Alright, welcome to the Starseed Academy. For those of you who don't know, my name is Tyler, and today we're going to be unboxing about 7 kilos worth of black tektite from Vietnam, which are probably some of my favorites. They're those big round puck ones. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so just to show you guys, I'll pan over here. This is the box we're going to be opening. This is roughly 7 kilos worth of black tektite. All of them are individually wrapped, so unfortunately we're going to be going through all of these. So I'll set you guys back down here. Get you all lined back up. Try not to rattle the mic too much. And let's see. So we'll start with the ones we looked at. Now these haven't been cleaned, and we're going to just power through these. They will be up on the Etsy once this is all done after they've been cleaned. Not all of them will be. Some of them were a personal order of my own, and some of them are already going to someone in Dubai. So if you see one you like, feel free to check it out on the Etsy or message me once they're all up. Cool little partial teardrop there. And I've bought from this guy before. That's actually an angel chime. And I love all the ones he does. He does a really good job. It's him and his wife that actually go and find them, which is really cool. So still dirty, need cleaned up. These clean up amazingly. If you do want to see them once they're up on the Etsy, the link for it will be in the description. This one is awesome. Look at this. Good palm stone. That actually fits really well in the hand. I like that. Unfortunately, he kind of put in... Oop, there's multiples here. Yeah, this was part of my order, I think. So as you can hear, some of these are chimes. But he mixed in the order. I ended up buying everything this guy had. So we originally had bought in 6. This one's super freaking cool. We originally bought 6 kilos. And then come to find out he only had 1 kilo left. So I just went ahead and bought it as well. This one's cool. I like this. Look at this. This thing's like, I think this was out of that collection. Literally a perfect circle. Good puck. That's... Hang on a minute. Get the scale here. So this is 168.58 grams. So almost 170 grams. It's a heavy chunker there. Little nugget. Almost looks like it was gonna break around the center, but never did. Another teardrop. Another chime. The cool part is all these swirled bandings. Let's see if we can't get a close up. I think that's really cool. Grab another bigger one here. So this one does have a little ding on it, I see, right off the rip. Honestly, on these though, guys, if you've seen any of my other videos or know me in general, you know I don't like damaged stuff, which I actually talk about a little bit in my other video I just did today, which was unboxing some Libyan desert glass, which you should go look at once this is done. This one's really freaking cool. Fumbling over my words because I got distracted by it. But on these, honestly, you know, little... Was it this? Whichever one it was that had that ding. I don't even know now. Was it this one? Yeah. You know, I honestly don't mind with these. Out of all the tektites, as far as black tektite, these are hands down my favorite energy, without a doubt. I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it's just me and they resonate more, but I will more than happily take nicked and dinged ones of these from Vietnam. So like in this case, this was damaged, but a very, very long time ago. So it's already it doesn't heal, right? These aren't crystals, but it's been kind of weathered over. It's actually, again, another cool little like hand egg shaped type one. Ooh, this one's cool. Look at this. It's like a boot. Psh. It's really cool. That's the other nice thing about black tektites is they come in so many different shapes. So these were just kind of hanging out in there. You got a teardrop. And this was an attempt at a teardrop. So as these are molten and flying through the air, essentially they are spinning and they start to pull apart. And then imagine this had a mirror, right? They are spinning and all of a sudden it gets brittle as it cools and it breaks. And then you end up with these two. So this, and there's another one that would go on the other side. Little charcoal lump. Looks like some, charcoal you put in the Weber grill, except much more valuable and enjoyable. I don't know. Grilling's pretty fun, I guess. So maybe not more enjoyable. Another chime. Not chime, I'm sorry. I mean, it might. Actually, it is. Another chime. I meant to say teardrop, but another chime. This one's cool. Look at the freaking texturing. I never know what this is. This is like iron that got stuck in there when it was still molten, and it's rusted and oxidized over, but you can't get it out, and it bugs me. But that's just the OCD in me, I guess. And look at that deep grooving, that deep texture. That's a really nice piece, and that's a chime. Another chime. Like, look at that deep groove. It's hard to tell on camera because it keeps wanting to try and focus somewhere else, but look at that. That's so cool. That's such a nice, cool texture in the hand, too. These are great for meditating. Jeez, why did he wrap? There's so many of them. He wrapped 5 and 6 of them together, which I don't like because it's a recipe for disaster coming from Vietnam. But I guess it is what it is. All right, so we got 3 here. We got little teardrop. I think all these are actually teardrops. This one is nice. I like that. That's a nice teardrop. It's normal though. Another one. Got some cool scorch marks there. Some cool weathering. Now I did hear some chimes in here. So we got a little baby dumbbell. This is so freaking cool. I love these. It's a little baby dumbbell. So this is what I was talking about. Is this is spinning through the air. This one was still too thick to come apart and form a teardrop. I think that's a chime too. This one's cool. So this was a teardrop, but it also broke on this end when it was still molten. So this is a naturally formed break there, but this would have been a teardrop. I like how thin it is made. If I got it in the frame, how thin it is. It's just a unique shape. Another teardrop that had broken. Nice deep bubble. This one will clean up good. It's hard to see, but it does have a nice aesthetic feel to it. All that, these turn like jet black once they're actually cleaned, which is super cool. This was the last one that was hanging out in there. Nice, real bulbous teardrop. Grab another kind of chunky boy here. Another nice palm stone. And these are also great, like, not only for meditation, but in grids. Especially if you do a bigger grid, or you can do a big center stone. Ooh, we're going to save that one for later. That'll be cool. So this guy actually sold me. Wow, look at that. That's like almost perfect. Wow, friggin' shaking over here like I got Parkinson's. He actually sold me a literal laundry basket full of dumbbells and teardrops. So again, filthy frickin' dirty. But this will be nice too. This will clean up real good. These are always the best. It's so satisfying because I use a little like, ooh, and it's an angel chime. Think about that. That's a big angel chime. Look how thick that, like, that's the thickness of my thumb, which is like an inch. That's huge. But those are the most satisfying ones because you use like an ultrasonic toothbrush on them, and you guys want to freaking talk about a labor of love. Like, again, there's 7 kilos worth of this here. And I'm going to sit here and hand clean every single piece until they're perfect. And then I typically go in even with like a little pick and clean out any little grooves and go back and do it again. That is cool. Okay. Oh, we do got a little bumpy there. That's okay though. That's such a cool, unique shape though. It's going to be hard to decide which ones to let go of. I want to keep all of them. All right. Yep, right there it is too. Right there. Set that to the side so I don't step on it later. Cool little swoosh. Little curved teardrop. Very cool. And almost all of these are chimes, which is freaking amazing. Yeah, this one's a little bit better as far as that he had cleaned it. See how it's just solid jet black. Another break. Again, it sucks, but they're still well worth it, honestly. It's a pretty piece. Man, I'm not going to want to get rid of any of these. Okay, we're going to grab this big... Woohoo! Okay. Okay, well, I don't know what happened, but apparently my phone decided it didn't want to have the camera open anymore. But what I was saying was that's what makes it hard to not just buy these and just, like, don't buy anything else. Because these are just so enjoyable. I never get tired of these. And they're always so cool and so unique. And again, the energy on them is just phenomenal. Like, they make you feel so good. There's just, for those of you who don't know, black tektites, my cat's over here playing in the toilet paper, absorb and dispel negative energy, and they're also very protective. Look at that. That's such a nice piece. A little bit of cool patterning there. Ooh, this one feels cool. Yep, I remember this one. This was part of that order. It's like a full-on like ball. Kind of wonky, but very cool. Got another bigger one here. And I don't know if I heard that right. I think I did. I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, it's hard to tell because everything on here practically is like an angel chime. Is this one? No, but this one is. This is an angel chime. Look how freaking big that is. And you want to talk about, I feel like the general thought is that like, oh, well, this one's an angel chime, because of how thin it is, right? That's why it does that metallic ringing sound. Well, in all reality, like, this clearly shouldn't make that sound, and yet it does. That's really cool. How big is that one? Almost 137 grams of angel chimey goodness. This thing's going to be so freaking expensive if it hits the shop. Notice how I said if it hits the shop, because I'm a hoarder when it comes to these. I have so many still that are like, oh, that's just in my collection. And that's the appeal to this line of work is you do that a lot, but eventually the novelty wears off and you sell off the stuff that is in your collection slowly when, the time is right. Once you've kind of got your enjoyment out of it, this one's nice. I don't know why the texturing on this is very appealing to the fingertips. I hope there's more dumbbells. There's a lot of teardrops, but not a lot of dumbbells. Look at that. That's like a freaking key. That's so cool. Key to the universe. And it's an angel chime. Is everything in this box an angel chime? Holy crap. If it is, this is the best money I've ever spent. Except maybe that one time I got a pizza. That was good money. That money was well spent. Ooh. Well, we got our first broken one. Darn. Damn. So this was one piece. It's just unrolled like this. All these little broken shards. So unfortunately, this one, we were overdue for it, but this one will go into the freebie box to give away to someone in their order. Not obviously the little shards of death, but the bigger pieces. Oh, ooh. So, super nice teardrop. Super, super nice. But look at this. I don't know why. Like, when you really look at it, there shouldn't be anything appealing about this, right? It's just a flat, like, blade. And for some reason, this is just super appealing. Loving the texture on all of these. They're freaking amazing. I was wondering when we were going to get one of these. So this is one of the flat ones. This had a second half again, and then there was a bubble in the center. So imagine, see how this one has this dip, like the thumbprint? But imagine it as it spun, you ended up with two. Another little sphere. Little flat spot on the bottom, so not a true sphere, but also very nice. This is going to take so long to clean. This is going to be like several days. This is going to be cool. I like this one, though. The other big part is like, how do you guys have any idea how long it takes to catalog all these to ensure that when you guys buy them off the shop, you actually get the correct one? Cool. So, there's that one. But the cool was we got another little dumbbell, little bone. Which are super cool. In fact, I think that's only the third dumbbell total that I've gotten. And I'm sure there's more in the box, but I have one from my first order and then those two little ones. Awesome. This is the first time I've gotten one of these. So you see this, how the patterning's different. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but we'll grab this one. So right in here, you see how it's a lot deeper and the patterning looks different, right? These are like little bubbles. These are like scorch marks. This is called Onda. And it's literally just that. It's scorch marks. There's a better view of it, that right there. And it even has a cool little bubble indent. The ones that have really nice Onda you're talking like thousands of dollars for a black Tektite, but they're totally worth it. They're so attractive and they're so rare. I was talking with the my supplier here, and he was saying they only find one, like really nice one, if they're lucky, like once a year, normally every other year. Here's a cool one, a little tab. Real smooth. Angel chime. Which, I mean, that's... I just realized how unfortunate this kind of is. Angel chimes are so rare. And yet this makes them look like they're like common as clay. And they're really not. Like, they're actually very uncommon. I think what this was this guy had been setting these back and just not selling them. And that's why they were hanging out in a basket. Because you don't usually get like the teardrops and whatnot. These are rare. You normally get like this stuff, right? Just the random, or like this, the random blobs, right? You don't usually just get mountains of freaking top tier teardrops and whatnot. And I think what it was is that he ended up just kind of clearing out stock. Like, this is what you normally get, right? Just like a rando chunk. I think what he did is he went ahead and just sold me that basket of all the ones he's been setting to the side for who knows how long. For whatever reason. Actually, I do know what reason. Because I did see, I'm friends with him online on Facebook. And I know he's unfortunately fallen on some hard times financially. So I think that's probably why he went ahead and sold me these for as good of a price for what they are. Because don't get me wrong, this isn't cheap. This was not cheap in any sense of the word. But for what they are, it was cheap. That was cool. See if we can't find a bigger one. Something different. Again, it's just, it gets kind of, I don't know. You start to kind of lose the wow appeal of all these super nice chime teardrops, rarer shapes. And when you look at it, like, all these big nodule ones are the more uncommon one in this batch. So this is another one, cool little bubble hole pattern there. It has some onda inside of it. Is actually, you can see all these little holes had onda in it. So what that was is the entire thing was covered in that pattern, and as it was re-entering, it all remelted and smoothed out, or from erosion over the hundreds of thousands of millions of years. I always like these where they have the deep grooves, but where you have like smoothed out sections from it remelting. Here we go. This was, I know, part of the collection I bought from him. Look at this giant dumbbell. If I remember correctly, this is right about 100 grams. Cool patterning. Is an angel chime. Again, freaking gigantic. This is tilted. Tilted a little bit. There we go. Man, that's hand size. Looks like a giant turd, but they all do. Let's double check the weight. 121 grams. Look at that chunky boy. I'm going to try and bust through these. Especially in case the camera decides it wants to kick off again here in a minute. And to put this into perspective, guys, all that, we're maybe 45% of the way through the box, maybe 50%. That's cool. Like this. I'm surprised how round these get. Real nice deep bubble grooves. Good texture. I think that's part of their appeal. Like, they're a good size, they fit in the hand well, they have a real nice energy to them, but the hand feel that you get from them is like second to none. Another little sphere. Put it over in my black Tektite throwing rocks. Ooh, that's dirty. Teardrops. Super dirty teardrop. Extra dirty teardrop. This was kind of like a dumbbell, but it thinned out quite a bit. Ended up like that. Cool, like little thumbprint one there. Need to try and find a way to make these more interesting, because obviously when you're looking at a lot of the same stuff, it gets old. I would be surprised if you guys are still here watching this. Thank you. I appreciate you, because I know after the 15,000th tektite, you know, oh, we got another broken one. It starts to get a little old. You know, you can only see so much of the same thing. You know what? I'm not so sure that's from this. So this is what I got, right? This fell out. But I wonder if it's not from another one, because none of these are broken. Another little pseudo dumbbell. So that piece definitely didn't come off any of those. Yep, I found it. It's not this one. It was this one. So there's broken piece number 2. I guess it would have been like that. Right, like that. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully, there's not a ton of broken ones. This one's cool. Nice little large flat tab. Angel chime. Let's just assume everything I pull out, with the exception of those big old chunky spheres, is an angel chime. Because so far everything in here has been angel chime. Like, this is gonna jack the pricing on my shop up so much though. Because angel chimes are more expensive, and again, unfortunately for those of you watching this video, it's gonna be like, well, they can't be that rare. I mean, you got a box full of them. They are though. It's the same for everything as it is for Moldavites angel chimes, where it's like 1% of all of them are angel chimes. And I literally think this was this dude's collection. That's broke, but I don't have a piece for it. I literally think this is this dude's collection, like, that he's been kind of building up, and it's just right place at the right time and unfortunate circumstances for him. And I ended up with his like entire angel chime collection that he's been building up. Unfortunately, it spoils all of us, myself included, because now anything after this is going to seem kind of, you know, borderline lackluster. Like, oh, just a normal tektite? You mean it's not an angel chime? Like, look at this. How are you supposed to freaking go back to normal stuff when you're getting super cool, you know, angel chime pieces that are nice rare shapes? Like, look at this. You guys don't know. Some of you might. Unfortunately, it's chipped. So, in tektites, there's several things. You can have a curve, which is rarer than flat. You would think, like, oh, super flat, perfectly flat is more appealing. It's actually not as rare. It's actually the most common is flat. So, ones with a curve, this will focus, with a curve, are rare. Ones with a, I think you can see it with a twist. You see how it's actually twisted? Like, here's this leading edge, and it's like you're torquing it. Torquing, not twerking. Torquing. You're twerking it. That's actually the rarest. It's a very, very uncommon phenomenon. So this is, it doesn't have a ton of twist, but it does. So this falls into that category. But right there's a good example of it. So that's actually, and again, angel chime on top of that, that's actually quite a rare piece. It could be better. Ooh, I remember this one. This was in that collection too. Look at this, like a soup ladle. That's super neat. Another good little body palm stone for meditation or for crystal healing. Working on people, working on yourself. I like to put one like on my stomach, around my solar plexus, at night, because that's where, our emotional brain, and it helps kind of clean that out and make you feel better. That one's cool. It's got a low battery notice on my phone, and we're not even close to finishing this. I guess I should have charged the phone more. Tab. God, can you guys imagine all the freaking pictures and listings I'm gonna have to do for these? Which I shouldn't complain, right? Because I could be working a normal job, waking up to an alarm, going somewhere that I hate, instead of, hand cleaning crystals with a toothbrush and making crystal listings online and making YouTube content and hanging out on the Discord with everyone. Which, if you're not part of the Discord, you guys should go check that out. I do like early bird specials on all this stuff. So like all this new material that comes in, the Discord gets a greatly discounted price on all the new stuff for like the first 24 hours. That one's cool. So I think usually for standard black Tektite, it's around 38 cents a gram. For the early bird special, for those people in Discord, I will put the link to the Discord, if it's not already, into the description if you'd like to come join us. The early bird specials are just a perk, honestly. We're there to try and build a crystal community, to kind of have a little bit of a family. A lot of us, even though we're in different states, well, I shouldn't say a lot of us, several of us have hung out and, go for hikes or whatever. So walked around with a kid up in Cleveland, talked. It's also good to just, I don't know, it's time for them to vent. A lot of people, I'm finding, don't have people to talk to and need to. So it's just a good place to come hang out, make friends, talk about crystals, crystal healing. There's sound healers in there. There's people into crystal gritting, organites, all kinds of stuff. It's just a wealth of knowledge for people to share and to learn from. So if you're not part of that, I would suggest you go, once this video is done, down in the description and check it out. Ooh, here's a new one. Look at this. Rocking that Captain Hook, Maui fish hook. Got another bigger one here. Another big old dumbbell. Oh, I thought just fell to fucking Narnia. I looked and couldn't find it. That's cool though. Got about 25% of the box left. Making some good time. So here's a good example, or a better, I shouldn't say good, a better example of Onda. It's hard to pick up because these he's actually cleaned decently well. And being all black, it just kind of absorbs the light. But all this super aggressive, like grooving, is the Onda. So some teardrops. Little tab, little nugget thing. Another sphere. I like them when they're real glossy like this. Looks nice. It's almost like they've been polished. They haven't. They're just naturally like that. Oh, I'm really hoping there's not a bunch of broken ones in here. There's a bunch just laying in the bottom here. And they're all super tiny. I'm hoping they just fell out at some point more recently than not. None of these seem to be broken. That's cool. Oh, dropped one. Yeah. I wonder if we'll find the tail end of this one. That looks fresh. That's a bummer. Really, really hurts when these show up broken. Another twisted one. Nice big piece. Super dirty. Another broken one. All of these are. You know what? I'm questioning if maybe... Where's that one I just put in? I mean, it's got a chip here. I'm questioning if these weren't like some broken ones that he had kind of separated. Right there, looks like it might be. Maybe that's what this is. These were like a damaged part of the basket. Or they just all broke on the way here, which, if that's the case, my man's gonna have to use more than toilet paper. Yeah, single ply toilet paper ain't gonna cut it, man. You're gonna have to upgrade to, 2-ply. Get that Charmin extra soft. Cool twisted teardrop here. Little bubble pocket. So this is what I was talking about, where they can be bent. Cool little bulbous one. Such a weird word. Bulbous. Pretty cool. Oh, oh. Losing them. There we go. So, real pronounced bulb there on the end of that teardrop. Little teardrop tab. We got another kind of start to... Well, this isn't Onda. This is just a really aggressive texturing. Oh, teardrop tab. Another little baby dumbbell. Finally found another one. Little chunk. Yeah, they've all just like fallen out in here in the box at this point. This one's cool. This one had broken long time ago. It looks kind of like a tree stump to me, like what you see in the swamp. That's cool. I like that. Does it stand? No. Almost. Another twisted one. There should be, I would think, a few more bigger ones in here. Again, that's the funny part, is like, this is the rare stuff. This is what's common. Now, granted, these are very desirable. You know, a lot of people like that big. I mean, this is just, that's so unique to have something that big. That, to have something, when most of the other stuff you get is small. This one's cool, though. Like a little tree branch. Little stick. That's cool. I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh well, must not have been important. We just take a moment to admire this mountain, not counting the broken stuff over here that you can't even hardly see. Which, thankfully is not that much, but all these teardrops and dumbbells and angel chimes and negative energy absorbing goodness. You know, that's cool. Another little key. Another key to the universe. Unlocking doors for you. Early in the video, and most times I always say, like, if you see something you like, message me or leave a comment, or check up on the Etsy and see if it's still available. How the hell are you gonna know which one? Like, you could take a screenshot of when I pulled it out and be like, I want this one, and be like, man, I don't have a damn clue which one you're talking about. Like, if you're still hanging out with me, I'm sure at this point you all know that, like, these all are starting to look the same. Like, minus the giant chunks. All these teardrops are just kind of blending together at this point, which again is just, is it too much of a good thing? I mean, teardrops are like the most desirable shape. They're the rarest, especially ones with like super long stems to them, kind of like this. This, but with a real pronounced bulb on the end, is about as good as it gets. And yet you got a mountain of them, almost a perfect sphere, except this one corner. If that was there, that would have been cool. That would have been really cool. All right, is there a bigger one in here? Let's find something extra special if there's any left. We got some bigger chunks. Nothing too huge though. I don't think. I think most of it is. This one's kind of on the larger end. Ooh. Let's go look at all that vertical grooving on the stem. Big old teardrop. It's got a little chip there, but real nice texture to it. Listen to that. Such an appealing sound. To me, at least. Some of you might be like nails on a chalkboard, but like this, all right? So you got a long, pronounced stem. You got a nice bulb at the end of the teardrop. Like, it's like as good as it gets, and you got a freaking mountain of them sitting here. Too much of a good thing was the point of that. Another nice palm. For those of you who don't have giant gorilla hands like me. A little bit of a longer one here. I don't know why the camera's having such an issue focusing today. Another palm. Hopefully there's more of these. I'm surprised there's as few of them actually as there is. A little nugget. Focus. Get your head in the game, camera. Cool little bubbles there. Parcels. This one's cool. I like them when they're got that flat kind of tab feel to them. Another kind of unique one. Got a little bit different, real lustrous texturing pattern on it. Here's a bigger one. It's not a bigger one, but a longer one is what I meant. Look at that. Super deep grooving chime. Little bump
otherwise no damage whatsoever. That's cool. I'll have to look. That might have been part of that collection. I've lost track at this point of what was what. I wish he would have separated them, but that's okay. Some cool ones here. Really nice texture. Real long stem. Good bulb. Gone forever. I feel like after you've seen the first 500 black tektites here in the video, the rest are probably going to look about the same. A little pill. That one's pretty cool. New shape. Some more teardrops. A little bit different. This one's curved. This one's straight. Good representation of that. Another palm, little tiny one, more of an oval egg shape. Smooth. That one's really cool. Another one. Try and power through these last fistfuls. Cool little hook. Got a bone feel to it. There's a bigger piece here. So we got this really cool one. Again, kind of a bone feel to it. And the bigger one, more of a meditation stone. Some drops. This one's got some real nice deep texturing to it and got a cool little bubble groove there. A little tab. Good little meditation stone. Another one. This would have been a teardrop, but it's been rounded out. It's got a nice little thumbprint there. Good little worry stone. Teardrop. This one's cool. Oh, again, another flat piece. Got a curve to it. Ooh, another big old oval palm. Real long stem teardrop. That one's really cool. Some cool grooving there. Another little pill. And another teardrop, good bulb. Stem could have been a little bit longer, but still a great piece. A little curved bit. More teardrops. Ooh, this one's cool. This is another one kind of like that don't know where it's at now. It's somewhere in the abyss that is this pile of black tektites. But kind of like that little stump one, real pronounced, or the boot one as well from the beginning. Real pronounced teardrop. Wow. That's the sad part, is when getting normal pieces is surprising. This one's cool. Real deep grooving. Huge bubble hole. Almost goes all the way through. Teardrop. Yeah, all these are normal. These aren't. That's kind of cool. Again, another little flat like thumb tab. Another big old deep bubble hole there. Longer piece. Real nice and smooth, flat, rounded out. Some teardrops. This is just more like a little chunk. These are more indicative of like Indochina area versus Thailand. Another palm. Real big, rounded out, kind of smooth. Real thin, flattened out piece. That's real unique. Running out of room. What do we got? Oh, cool. We did get another one. Try not to drop them. So a teardrop. This one's pretty cool. Got another bone. And a teardrop. This one's got some cool, grooving bubble hole pattern. Almost done. Which is good because the phone just dimmed because it's almost out of battery. It's at 5%. So we're going to hammer these out. Another little dumbbell. Teardrops. Teardrops for days. This one's cool. I like that. I don't know if I like it enough to keep it personally, but it's definitely a more unique shape. I mean, now we've unboxed almost, 7 kilos worth of black Tektite. I think you guys got a pretty good idea of what's common and what's not. This isn't the best representation of that because you have a box of basically someone's collection of angel chimes, but yeah, that's more Indochina. That's what that looks like. Oh, we're almost done. We just got a few more. See if we can make it. Little tab. A little stick teardrop. Alright, last 3. Gonna make it. Real cool little bent piece, little claw. And finishing up with a giant bulb teardrop. All right. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate you. I love you. Consider giving it a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, description has everything from the Discord to the Etsy. If you want any of these, check it out. See you later, guys.